everyone, and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And today I'm going to be comparing two different pressings of Roger the Engineer by the Yardbirds, their 1966 album, both in mono, the original UK in mono, and the half-speed mastered pressing from, I believe, 2016, because it's a 50th anniversary, so it's 2016. Now, I'm going to start off with this one, the original. I never ever found an original, but about a week or two or three ago, I was in London, I was in Greenwich, and there I found this in a record store. And this is a rather expensive record, but they priced it very low. I paid £20 for this one. So I immediately, when I saw that, I immediately bought it. And it does have some scratching, I have to add to that. It does have some scratching. And the cover is not in a brilliant shape, you might see that. Nevertheless, this plays flawlessly. The quality of the vinyl is incredible. I really like the flip back cover. I really just love those 60s British pressings. Also, I can show you here. It's the Columbia Blue label. It does have some minor scratches, but it plays gorgeously. So, looking at the quality of this vinyl, I do want to put this. The quality of this. This is a gorgeous sounding pressing. It's beyond anything I imagined. I listened to the other pressing first a couple of years back. My expectations were not that high. It was mostly the opportunity that I thought, you never find this album, I'll buy it. And putting the mono needle onto this mono vinyl was a moment of magic. It is beautifully well defined. It has the most lovely depth. It has punch. There is so much definition on the voice, on the guitar. You can really hear the quality, the texture of the sound of the guitar. Harmonica sounds heavenly, raw, soaring. It is a true treat. Now, the bass, although at the mixing of the bass differs a bit, when the bass is put louder, you noticeably hear it, and the bass can take over. But in the lower frequencies, the bass is not as present as you might expect with a bass. Drums are phenomenal. Hi-hats are not so much there, but you can hear that this is an album which has been cut with the 60s equalizing. Bit of high, bit of low of, so the needle won't pop out of the cheaper players. Having said that, the bass is more present in the mid, so they did take care of that in the mixing. Of course I prefer to hear the bass in the lower frequencies, but just as Rudy van Gelder sometimes did, he made the bass present in other frequencies. This is not of a Rudy van Gelder quality in that regard, but you notice they were working on the bass there. This is a phenomenal sounding pressing, and putting this one on made me fall in love with this album. Now, I'm gonna go to the half-speed massive pressing. When I bought this one and I put it on and I thought, it completely beats the 50th anniversary. But then, at the same moment, and I did this comparison one time with a friend of mine and one time all alone, I put this on again, and although I'm usually not a fan of Abbey Road half-speed mastering, this is a good job. This is a good job. I underestimated what they did on this album. Seriously. Now, in the lower frequencies, you have a heavier bass. So this, also in the highs, you can hear that the equalizing is different, and there is sound present, which it did not put in the original pressing. So great job on that. The vocal sounds brighter, but less defined. It's not as sparkling as on the original. It doesn't sound as rough and edgy on the original, and I do miss some definition here. Nevertheless, the voice sounds good, just a tad bright. Same can be said for the guitar. I really prefer the presentation of the guitar and the harmonica and the voice, all the mid frequencies of the original. It's the quality of the original is unbeatable, and this one lacks punch in those frequencies. So overall, it does not have the punch of the other one. Also, this one is pressed a bit louder than the original, whereas the original would be about when the original would hit 81 to 80 decibel dB. This one would, without adjusting the sound, be about 85 dB. Nevertheless, the experience of the sound, and that is something I find very intriguing about sound quality. You can experience something as a louder sound when there is more, I guess it's definition. The other one appears louder, though it is not as loud. So after adjusting, this one is clearly sounding softer, but pressed louder. Just for your information. But also I find that very important because I tend to look at a dB meter very often. I do not want to harm my ears. So when pressing sounds fuller and louder, but it doesn't give the dBs of that volume, I really like that, because I just don't want to wake up with a beep in the morning sometime. Nevertheless, this is a rather good repressing. They did a great job here. It has beautiful high, it has gorgeous low, it doesn't sparkle, it hasn't got as much punch, and it hasn't got as much definition in the mid frequencies as the original. So if you can find an original, buy it, but it is tough to find, and this is a rather good alternative. So clear winner is the original, but thumbs up for this Abbey Road Half-Speed Mastered. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.